when you see those really awesome violinists who like really get into it? I feel like that when I listen to aggressive songs when I crochet. Yeah, wake me up. It's just like the most calm thing you could do. Crocheting blankets are a huge passion for me to create. Gives me a long-term project to have in mind. It's a cute reminder for me to not indulge in instant gratification when I do something this extensive. Honestly, the reason why I began crocheting in the first place to keep my hands busy. I replaced Tinder with crocheting. So like the instant gratification to scroll, oh, have a conversation here and there, and then repeat constantly, and there's just no satisfaction in doing something like that. My intention at the time was I just wanted to talk to more people, but at the same time I knew I didn't know how to really be there for myself at that time. Issue that I was craving affection, presence from another person. I didn't know how to really be there for myself at that time. Choosing crochet was one of those decisions where I chose me. I chose my craft and chose to invest in something for me instead of seeking something. For baddies that understand me, thank you. Me was not sexually disciplined before crochet. I was just so used to seeking any kind of gratification like that, whether it was if someone wanted to have a conversation with me or to meet up. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna learn how to crochet other things. Maybe I might work on something clothing wise. When I finish this, I might rotate between blanket and something else to crochet, something new to crochet. Who knows? I just love the fact that I have this new skill of crocheting. It's limitless of where and what direction I want to take it in. I never wanted to learn this skill to make profit off of it. I didn't want to make anything to sell. With how much time I put into crochet, there's no way I want to have this skill just to make for other people already. I haven't made myself a whole outfit yet. I haven't made myself cute plushies. Those really like cute things you could use around the house to crochet with. Like I want to crochet everything I want for myself first. I thought I wanted to sell my first blanket. I think it was because I was around a lot of people that were just in that do to sell type of energy. When I first got into crochet, I was like, oh, maybe I should sell my blanket. My first blanket, my first queen-sized blanket, no, with much space away from it, and now I miss her, that I actually want to keep it. Even with my first shirt and pants that I ever made, I wouldn't wear them today. The shirt it fits a little bit too big, and the pants just, they could use a lot of retailoring. I keep it anyways as like my first drafts. Proud of my crochet journey as well. It does make me happy every day. I did do a update on where it was in the last video I made for my January. Since this is a couple weeks after that, let's see where I'm at now. Just down a little bit. Okay. Wow, it looks like it fits the whole screen. But for me, okay, I'm gonna put it where my foot is. I'm short, so this isn't really my feet. It's up to my titties. Do you see? And for my head, what is that? What's showing? Is it past my knee? It's a little bit on my knee. I love it. It's already getting pretty heavy. Super warm. Something that is starting to concern me. I wonder if this is gonna get itchy over time. I hope not. Things start to feel like that. I don't want it to be itchy. Do you guys know any tips on how to prevent that itchy feel if it ever comes to that? Or is it the material itself originally? This one is 80% acrylic and the rest with natural. For my blankets, I especially grab yarn that you can machine wash because I don't want to hand wash my blankets. Fuck no. My clothes 100% is going to be like all natural fibers, higher vibe fabrics. Blankets, it's not like I don't care, but it's just, you know, quantity. Hard to buy a bulk size natural fiber because they just don't have that around much in yarn places. They have bulk ones for like the blanket material. I'm not complaining, I still like the fabric. Right now it's not itchy, it doesn't bother me at all. Just thinking of it, what if, honestly, I don't even know if it's actually gonna happen or not. I'm gonna catch up on coloring in my Spanish. You see? See how these were already done? These are my new vocabulary I've learned within the past few weeks. I like to make, see, even my Spanish notes. They're arranged differently. I don't know if y'all do this, but my first few pages of using a book is usually like not the way I end up continuing writing in the book. Oh no, I want to prefer like this layout or this style and stuff like that. So it's starting to happen in this Spanish book. Like I don't look at the first page. I start looking right here, but that's okay because this is just like, you know, it's still cute introduction. Like this is what I really started with. This is what I was still learning at the time, and now it's a bit more like, okay, I'm getting the hang of things. For my pencil crayons, I don't sharpen any of them until they're all dull, just so they're all loved equal. As long as they're not repetitive, one after the other type of color, I'm fine with it. This set is not Crayola, so there's lots of shades in between. Formal files annoy me. I just want to write it down in colored pens or just color in. Why do you look so boring? I love to add so much color to this journal. Makes me want to look at the older notes again. Adds such a fun edge to it, you know, to all the monotone grayness. Even started to highlight the seasons that pass. This is my reflections from last year. Made it all fun, made these fun just like that. So I vary how I color it. I'm not gonna color more into here. Real briefly, this is my monthly. Even in my daily entries, I started to add the color there. Update on my book. We are on chapter 50, page 235. I am very, very intrigued with what's happening in here. It's getting to the point where I'm like, like after each chapter, I'm like, something I do want to do is read older texts and start challenging my mind like that, as if I'm not already challenging my mind in so many other things. For now, I want to get into the habit of reading in general. My Goodreads book challenge, like how many books I want to read this year, is set to 5. Just 5 books. I have a lot of hobbies. And I like to read, but I like other things a lot more as of right now. Reading, I have to say though, within this past week, I've read so much more than I have in general, and I think that's starting to like encourage me to read even more within the days. At first, I wanted to finish all the Dan Brown books. I think I might start rotating them in now because this is my 3rd Dan Brown book in a row. I'm not getting tired of it, but it's starting to feel like, okay, his theme of these books are that there's like a mystery to solve in one day. Intensity and theme, like it's so thrilling and fun. That's the only genre I've read, is just the mysterious, thrilling, fun crime solving. So now I think I want to try reading something else after. I've been writing my songs. This is a big inner child thing for me since I used to write lyrics, especially when one of the elementaries I went to, Marlborough Elementary, their roof collapsed when I was like in grade 4 or something. So for the full year, for the rest of the year, which was like, I think it collapsed in the beginning of the year. So for the rest of the year, we were sent to different schools to finish. The school that my grade and under went to was far. I wasn't used to taking school buses to school. My elementaries and school have always been within walking distance. For the first time taking a school bus regularly to school, I was like, oh, this is a new experience. When my friends would kind of like sit with each other, because we were an odd number group, I remember. So on the days like I would be by myself or sitting with someone else, I would just be whispering to myself lyrics, writing down lyrics. I remember feeling ashamed when someone was like, what are you doing? Not even in a bad way, but she was really like, what are you doing? Are you singing? And I felt so shy and I felt so embarrassed that I didn't do it again after hearing her say that. I remember that. When I was living in my car after my accident, to make things a little bit brighter for myself, in the later month that I was out there, I made a challenge to write 11 songs. I stopped living in my car after 5 songs. Since then, I have beaten the goal. I've written about 13, 14 now. This is a new goal of mine, to really tap into cathartic energy, to write a song when I'm feeling emotional. Hearing songwriters talk about that when they're writing, they're pouring their feelings. I guess I'm really used to just pouring words out in general, like in a journal type of thing. Now there's a challenge, a creative challenge, to make it poetic, make it beautiful. My words aren't just for me, yet at the same time not thinking of other people when I'm writing this song. It's like my own experiences. It's just my words aren't for my own experience only. There's this one song that comes to my mind so often. It's my favorite one that I wrote. It was such a... I wrote it when I was crying, when I was very hopeless about my homeless journey. When would it end? How really heartbroken during my homeless journey because it felt like nobody cared enough about me. Was someone who surrounded themselves with a lot of people. Even if it wasn't like closely tied, I thought it was enough to at least be given some kindness. I wrote that song that seemed like no matter how much I was trying not to hurt anyone else and really just trying to focus on my own life, that wasn't enough. I had to find my own reason for being enough. What that song is about. Plays in my head often. It's gonna be the first song I'm gonna make come to life. Since this year began, I've written 2. Excited for many more. These 2 have been inspired, like intentionally inspired by recent experiences. The cathartic thoughts and flow, I feel encouraged about them. They're gonna happen. I love using lingoda, easily functional. Review, I highly recommend just doing at least a trial, seeing how you like it. Learning Spanish has been so fun for me and my brain. So rewarding in so many ways. Not only do you just know a new fucking language, you open yourself up to more culture, more world, more everything. And the more I'm learning through lingoda, having these conversations with live people, seeing that other parts of the world are also learning and also for different reasons. It's so fucking cool for me to jump onto the group call. I haven't booked any private classes. I know that would be helpful for my personal evolution to get faster, but I don't really care to do that. I like to do things in groups with people. I find I actually learn best hear how other people are trying to say it too. Mi cumple es en julio. I want to organize this page much better. The page I'm trying to read off of are practice phrases I can say within class from just what they commonly ask. I wanted to have prepared answers. There's too many different things and two different... Anyways, I'm gonna read the top. Me llamo Tia, soy canadiense, pero mi lugar... JK, don't have one. Y ahora mismo soy de vacaciones en estudiantes. Forgot how to say it. United States. Estudiante. Should write down America since I'm in America. We're used to knowing that French is a second language. For Canadians, it's our second language. For Laos people, it's a second language. There's no connection for me to learn French, unfortunately. Always had an interest to learn Spanish. First, estornudo sale de tu cuerpo a 40 millas por hora. Está bien, mi cerebro solo un poco, de retiro un poco. Me just learning random ass shit.
Your melanin is pouring out, and you hear things that you could not hear during the day. You receive visions that you could not see later on, and you connect with your dreams and receive messages. You begin to understand the depth of who you are, what you are, and why you are.
I spend an hour a day listening.
She is the lady of the house, the body temple.
Follow along on Audible, The Sacred Woman. I also follow along in here. When I was following along just on Audible, trying to write notes, man, I'm writing way too much notes. When she was saying the charts and the pictures and the glossary of stuff. I was like, okay, I have to get the book. I start highlighting this bitch. I didn't like reading it on my own since I was already listening to her. Her voice is so powerful. Queen AFUA, who wrote the book as well, is Queen AFUA and Camille Mazant. Both of them narrate this. So powerful listening from them. Last night was An Hour Came First because the chapter 3 is 2 hours long, narrated 2 hours long. I don't mind the speed either. I'm initiating into something very powerful and community. This feels like the first feminine community I'm really leaning towards that focuses on feminine healing. Strong resonancy with this book. Strong resonancy with the work I've read so far. This is going to be a continuous part of my days. Even when I finish the book, it's going to be like there are a lot of things I want to put in practice in the book. Oh God, the journal, the Sacred Woman Journal, 84 Days of Reflection and Healing. I'm going to start this journal after I finish reading this book in full. There's so much background stuff about from this book that I don't want to just go along following. I'd rather just have the background detail and can look back at it while, you know what I mean? A way I'm inviting more of this type of work in. Healing work is something I'm passionate about. I don't know what avenue I'm meant to be doing any of this in. Maybe I'm just meant to be just exploring this and not really teaching in general, or yet have a strong calling to teach things, which is why I'm so eager to share my lessons and share my experiences. I just need to start living though. I'm so used to, you know what I was reflecting on this morning? Being used to saving people. I had to write, I forgive myself for that. I could go really out of my way to save people, using a lot of my own efforts, time, love, energy, light. It always boils down to how I want to save my family. I think it's because I feel like I reached this point of no longer suffering. Now I just want to really show as much people as I can. You don't have to live like that anymore. There's so many other ways to live, and maybe that's what I meant to just do, just inspire so many different ways of living. Maybe I meant to do that. Learning how to not get caught up in a purpose. Really heartwarming and great to be like, yeah, I'm in my purpose. When I left my hometown, it was exactly that. I did say that specifically. I was like, I need to find myself. I need to find my purpose. After hearing a lot of other spiritualists, it's you are in your purpose every day, every moment. If you're accepting, the everyday and every moment acceptance of your life, if you're not happy with it, that shows opportunities of growth. Life is what you accept. I will be so transparent. I'm a Leo, I'm a Libra. We love luxury. We love the finer things in life. We like pretty shit. Living in it, sitting in it, being in it. Aesthetics is our thing, and it's not just, a vain thing. It's effort. It shows effort. It's not laborious effort like Saturn wants to give. It's Venus effort. I will gladly always accept luxurious items, though I will accept anything that has value for me. If something's $1 but it gives me value, I will value it. It isn't so much about the price, but if it's your choice between if you're gonna choose to cheap out on a cheaper option just because it's cheap, not because it's gonna add more value, but because you're like, no, it's cheaper, I'll deal with it. It's not like, oh, I actually like that. No. If you had the two options and both of them were giving you and then you went with the cheaper option, that's different. I'm saying if you actually liked the higher priced, higher value item, but you went with the cheaper one, that is a choice. That shows where you're at with how you view your desires, yourself. I love this feeling of feminine community so much, Julie. I'm so excited to see what this is gonna entail, embark on, what happens. If it's just the fact that I'm going to apply some of the stuff I've learned from here, I'm so excited. There are a lot of stuff I already want to apply, but I'm like, it's still the beginning of the book, just wait. I don't want to start applying anything yet until I'm at the journal. I'm just like, ooh, that's cool information. Ooh, that's learnable. Ooh, wow. I'm only on chapter 3. finding a new fancy toward art history. This is still very new for me. It's not part of my dailies at all, though I want to consume more, so intentionally putting it out there. I want to consume more art history! This is a great source. I really enjoy learning through him.
My vision is blurred 내 머릿속 초록색 피부마고 내 목표고 색다른 rhythm of money and flow 돈이 문제라면 My vision is 2020 Flipping the cash 빨리 털어야지 아직 하나까지 목을 시작 안 했지 I put my heart in this game Talk about practice I got the answer you don't understand it 지겹긴 하지 난 아직 힘들지 거리를 잃었던 넘치는 겁이 그 이후로 That's why I'm alone Do not disturb me more 외톨이 꺼낸 그 편에 앉아있던 혼자서 sitting myself on the throne